Good afternoon, everybody. How is all my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nikki D, and welcome back to the Nikki D channel. Today, we're going to be doing the 2025 WWE Raw recap, which was live from Las Vegas, Nevada, as we was reminded many times throughout the evening. What was your favorite part of Monday Night Raw? Let me know down in the comment section below. You want to say hi? You want to talk about wrestling? Just post a comment down in the comment section below, and I read and reply to every positive message I see. Don't forget to like the video, share the video all over social media, and smash that subscribe button so you could be notified of all my future videos. With that being said, I hope everybody continues to have an amazing day, and without further ado, let's get to this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. Was live from Las Vegas, Nevada, as we was reminded many times throughout the evening. And we kicked things off with the new undisputed WWE champion, John Cena. And John Cena was in the ring saying the WWE Universe is sorry. He started to count down his dates that he has left on his retirement tour, and he made it clear dates, not matches, which he has 27 dates left. He ended up saying that WWE's best chance of keeping the championship was for John Cena to lose to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, which did not happen. And John Cena said it's going to be a cakewalk from here on out. He said that he's taken the championship that Bruno Sammartino won, that Stone Cold Steve Austin won, that Bret Hart won, just to name a few of the names that he listed. And John Cena said the last real champ is in WWE. And then Randy Orton, right when John Cena was getting good with his promo, Randy Orton popped up from behind and hit the three most devastating letters in all of WWE, the RKO. John Cena was laid out at this point. Randy Orton grabbed the title and he held it up into the air, as though Randy Orton saying he's going to be the next undisputed WWE champion. And that was the opening segment to Monday Night Raw. After that, we got into our first match of the evening for the women's tag team championships. The champions Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria were defending against the old champs Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez in a WrestleMania rematch. And right when the bell rung, Liv Morgan wasted no time attacking Becky Lynch early in the corner, was able to hit a patent knee for a 1-2 kick out. Liv Morgan was trying to capture the titles back as quickly as possible as she went for a kick to Becky, but that woke Becky up as these two started to get into a slugfest. Then Becky was able to tag Lyra Valkyria, and they got a double team on the Judgment Day. Then Lyra took control of the match. She ended up hitting some nice kicks before knocking the Judgment Day out of the ring. Then Becky got in there and they both delivered a double baseball slide to the Judgment Day as we went to the commercial break. And when we got back from the commercial break, Raquel Rodriguez was in control. She had Lyra in some sort of submission on her back before Lyra was able to squeal out of there and be able to get a kick off. And just like that, both women were down. Lyra was able able to tag Becky. Raquel then was able to tag Liv, and Becky Lynch started to run wild in this match, both on Raquel and Liv Morgan. She was able to hit a Beck Exploder for a 1-2 kick out. Now then Becky Lynch attempted to hit her manhandle slam, but Liv Morgan was wise enough at this point to be able to roll through for a 1-2 kick out. Then Becky attempted a roll up for a 1-2 kick out. And then after a good 30-45 seconds, Becky Lynch was able to hit the manhandle slam. 1-2 saved by Raquel Rodriguez as Liv Morgan got the tag to Raquel. And just like that, the Judgment Day were back in control of this match. Becky was able to get the tag to Lyra Valkyria, but Liv Morgan was able to hit a power bomb on Becky Lynch. Raquel able to hit a power bomb from the middle rope that looked devastating, but it only got a 1-2 kick out, surprisingly. And just like that, all four women were down in the center of the ring. Lyra, first back to her feet, was able to take control of the matchup. She was able to hit a tornado DDT, and then Lyra Valkyria was able to hit the Nightwing on Raquel Rodriguez. 1-2, Liv was able to step in and put Raquel's foot on the rope to save the match. And then Becky tried to fight off Liv, but Liv was able to reverse Becky and throw her into the post. Then Lyra ended up dropping Liv with a drop kick to the outside. When Lyra got back into the ring, Raquel Rodriguez hit a beautiful big boot for a 1-2 kick out. And then Lyra was able to avoid the double team of the Judgment Day by really getting things to go in her favor. Liv Morgan then attempted Oblivion. That was reversed, but Lyra was able to hit Raquel off the apron, and when Raquel fell off the apron, she took out Becky Lynch, who was outside the ring. And when Lyra got back to the ring, Liv Morgan was able to hit Oblivion. 1, 2, 3, and new women's tag team champions, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, the Judgment Day, as Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez defeated Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria to become the new women's tag team champions. Becky and Lyra only held the belt for about 22 hours, but Becky Lynch was not happy about this. We thought things were good between these two as they were starting to hug it out in the middle of the ring, and then Becky Lynch turns heel, attacks Lyra Valkyria, hits three manhandle slams on Lyra Valkyria, and left her laying in the middle of the ring. And that's how we wrapped up hour 1 of Monday Night Raw. This week's episode of Monday Night Raw was live from Las Vegas, Nevada, as we was reminded many times throughout the evening, and we kicked off hour 2 with the new World Tag Team Champions, the New Day. And the New Day arrived, came down to the ring. They said they were the greatest tag team ever. This is their 12th reign as WWE Tag Team Champions, 13 overall. They were NXT Tag Team Champions a few years ago. And the New Day came out and they said they were proved everybody wrong. They defeated the War Raiders, and that they are the greatest tag team in WWE history of all time is the New Day. Xavier Woods said everybody needs to get on their knees, throw their hands in the air, and scream in unison, "Thank God for the New Day." And right when they were cutting their promo, they were interrupted by Alpha Academy, who said, "You might be the greatest of all time, but the last time we got in the ring, we beat you," Maxine Dupree said. And she even went as far as to ask the New Day if they were scared. And the New Day said, "Fine, you want a match? We accept." We didn't know if the tag team titles were on the line. It was almost assumed. But Akira Tozawa, Otis and the New Day were in the ring. They said, get a ref. A ref came down, and then all of a sudden, the arena completely unglued because we have the return of Rusev, and this man looked in phenomenal shape. Came down to the ring and just took care of business. He destroyed the Alpha Academy as the New Day retreated, and he topped it all off by locking Otis inside the Accolade. And we hadn't seen Rusev in WWE in about 5 years. As you recall, I predicted he would return at WrestleMania to take on Randy Orton. I'm happy with who returned, but I'm also happy to see Rusev finally back in WWE. This man, in my opinion, is at the peak of his career, and if he's going to be known for anything, it needs to be the run that he goes on here in WWE in 2025. And great to see Rusev back. And then the Women's World Champion, Io Sky, arrived. She talked about how she defended the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 41 against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley, and came up with the win. And honestly, that match at WrestleMania was okay. It did have a very quick ending. I wasn't expecting the ending when it happened. No, but Io Sky was still able to defeat Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. She was talking about how she was the best in WWE right now. She said, thank you for all the praise, as the audience chanted, you deserve it. Then we had a surprise appearance from the NXT Women's Champion Stephanie Valkyr, who came down to the ring and said, congratulations to Io, I've got nothing but respect. But then Stephanie Valkyr challenged Io Sky to a match, and Io said, you want to go against me? Okay, I accept. And right when she said that, Adam Pearce came out, and he said, whoa, hold on a minute. The biggest question, Las Vegas, do you want to see this match? And Las Vegas cheered, and Adam Pearce was like, oh, I want to see this match too, do it. And it was on Io Sky one-on-one with Stephanie Valkyr, and it was very back and forth in the beginning of this match, but Stephanie was able to take control for a moment before Io Sky quickly rolled up for a 1-2 kick out, and then Io was able to hit a drop kick, followed by a suicide dive, but Stephanie Valkyr found her way back into the match and was able to hit a kick and a crossbody to Io Sky off of the barricade that looked outright amazing as we went to the commercial break. And when we came back from the commercial break, Io Sky was in control of the match. Stephanie went to the top rope, and Io Sky got kicked off, was able to hit a beautiful deep arm drag from that top rope, and then Io Sky followed it up with a clothesline and a kick before going to the top rope and hitting her patented missile drop kick, and had Stephanie Valkyr down in the corner, so Io Sky kept that offense going by hitting a bullet train for a 1-2 kick out, and then Io Sky attempted a moonsault, which she missed. Stephanie was able to reverse it and hit a dragon screw, and followed it up with a bullet train of her own for a 1-2 kick out. And then Stephanie Valkyr went for a finisher but missed it, and Io Sky was able to capitalize with a stomp for a 1-2 kick out. And then Io Sky went to go pick up Stephanie Valkyr, but Stephanie Valkyr was able to hit a jawbreaker, followed it up with a back kick and a back suplex, and then Stephanie Valkyr hit the knee slam, where she slams her opponent's head into the ring with her knees for a 1-2 kick out. And then Io Sky was able to hit a roll up for a 1-2 kick out. And then Stephanie tried to one up her with a roll up of her own for a 1-2 kick out. And then Io Sky was able to hit a nasty backbreaker for another 1-2 kick out. And then Stephanie started to get the elbows going, but Io Sky right there with her, throwing elbows of her own. And then these two women, Io Sky first hit a German suplex. Stephanie Valkyrie followed it up with a German suplex of her own. And just like that, both of these women were down in the ring. And when they came to, they decided to go to the top rope, which set up Io Sky to hit an amazing Spanish fly from the top rope. And once again, both women were down. But Io Sky was able to kick up and started getting fired up. Before the match got thrown out as Roxanne Perez attacked Io Sky for the DQ, which means Io Sky defeated Stephanie Valkyrie via disqualification. But then Julia attacked Stephanie Valkyrie coming out of nowhere, and Roxanne Perez and Julia were starting to jump Io Sky and Stephanie Valkyrie until Rhea Ripley came down to the ring, saving the date for Io Sky and Stephanie Valkyrie. She had Rhea Ripley attacked Roxanne Perez, was face to face with Julia, and Julia started to retreat with Roxanne Perez. And Rhea Ripley got the Women's World Championship, handed it to Io Sky, and said, "I'm still coming for that." And that's how we wrapped up that segment. Next up, we had the new World Heavyweight Champion, Jey Uso, arrive into the building, and there was a geek party all over Las Vegas. The crowd chanted one more time before Jey Uso could even speak, and Jey Uso said, "Tune my music," and we had another yeet party. And then he grabbed the mic and finally started to talk about everything that's happened over the past few weeks. And he said he's very grateful to be champion. He started to talk about that he'd been dreaming about it since he was a kid, and to be able to go into WrestleMania, beat somebody like Gunther, and become World Heavyweight Champion, he said was a dream come true. Before he was interrupted by Sami Zayn, who came down to the ring and said, "Hey, I love you. I've got nothing but respect for you. I'm so proud of you, everything you've accomplished." And he started to hug it out with Jey Uso, and he even went as far as to say that, "Jey Uso, you deserve to be World Heavyweight Champion." And then the crowd started to chant, "You deserve it." And they had another yeet party before Jimmy Uso arrived, and the three men hugged it out for one more yeet party for the new World Heavyweight Champion, Jey Uso. And that's how we wrapped up hour 2 of Monday Night Raw. And this week's episode of Monday Night Raw was live from Las Vegas, Nevada, as we was reminded many times throughout the evening, and we kicked hour 3 with the phenomenal AJ Styles sitting down with Jackie Redmond backstage, and AJ Styles said, "I gotta take this L on the chin. Being phenomenal is not about winning, it's about how you bounce back from losing." And then AJ Styles was interrupted by Karrion Kross, and AJ Styles continued to tell off Karrion Kross. So I'm guessing we're continuing that storyline after WrestleMania. And then once we got back from commercial break, Gunther was in the face of Michael Cole, and Gunther took the headphones off of Michael Cole, and then Gunther attempted to put Michael Cole in the sleeper, and Pat McAfee came in and knocked Gunther off of Michael Cole, and Pat McAfee, trying to cool down the situation, did something you should never do but in that situation. He turned his back to Gunther, and Gunther capitalized on that all day. As soon as Pat McAfee turned his back and threw his hands up, Gunther sprinted in, grabbed the Gunther, and put Pat McAfee into the sleeper hold. And there was nothing Pat McAfee was able to be doing about this. Gunter dragged him down to the ground, locked him in. Adam Pearce was right there trying to get Gunter to let Pat McAfee go. And Gunter had Pat McAfee in that sleeper for so long that I legitimately thought that he was going to end this man. And honestly, I thought it was a little excessive for Gunter to have Pat McAfee in the sleeper for that long because Pat McAfee was already passed out and Gunter still had it locked on for a whole nother 45 seconds to a minute after Pat McAfee looked like he was passed out on camera. Honestly, it really wasn't a great look. Pat McAfee did wake up a minute or two later, and he was carried to the back by Adam Pearce and Michael Cole and taken to medical. Adam Pearce told Michael Cole to take the night off, and Michael Cole earned a lot of respect in my book with what he said. He said that Gunter's a bully, and I'm not going to let a bully prevent me from doing my job. And even Adam Pearce said, good for him. Michael Cole went back out to commentary and finished up the show as we had our main event of the evening, the Intercontinental Championship. The champion Dominic Mysterio was defending against Penta, and Penta was in control of this match early, honestly, but Dominic was able to quickly turn the pace as he does and was able to hit a stomp, but Penta kept that pace going and turned some defense into offense when he hit a Hurricanrana. Then Dominic was able to fire right back with a drop kick as Penta was sent out of the ring. Dominic attempted a suicide dive, but Penta was able to hit a kick, get back in the ring, hit a cross body, send Dominic to the outside, and hit a suicide dive to the outside as we went to the commercial break. And when we returned from the commercial break, Penta was able to hit a sling blade, followed by an upside down kick in the corner, which he loves to do for a 1-2 kick out. Then Penta attempted a Penta driver, but Dominic was too aware, was able to turn it into a power slam of his own for a 1-2 kick out. And then Dominic was able to get things rolling, eventually hit a DDT for another 1-2 kick out. And then Penta was able to slap Dominic Mysterio, followed it up with a Hurricanrana, and then a Mexican Destroyer as Penta was going to go for the cover, but the wise Dominic Mysterio rolls out of the ring at this point, and Penta was able to hit a Hurricanrana on Finn Balor. He threw Dom in the ring, but then we saw JD McDonough return and get involved in this match, and I think JD was able to hit a kick to Penta's leg to set up the 619, and Dominic Mysterio hit the 619, went to the top rope, hit the splash, 1, 2, 3, and still your Intercontinental Champion, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, and he retained the belt as the Judgment Day stood tall and are now back at full strength now that JD McDonough has returned. And then Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman arrived to the building. They ended up talking about everything that happened last Saturday night at WrestleMania in the main event between CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins, and ended up talking about how we should have seen this coming before he was interrupted by CM Punk, and CM Punk didn't really come out here to talk. CM Punk came out here to fight, and these two started brawling. CM Punk was able to beat down Rollins, and CM Punk then grabbed Heyman, but Seth was able to grab CM Punk and hit him with a stomp. Then Paul Heyman said there's a new number one, Seth Rollins, as Roman Reigns arrived. He ended up spearing CM Punk, and then Roman Reigns ended up hitting a Superman punch on Paul Heyman. And then we got the shocking moment of the night as Roman Reigns was going to try to spear Paul Heyman. He went for the spear, but he got speared himself by a hooded man who revealed himself to be Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker ended up spearing CM Punk. Went to the outside of the ring, ran 3/4 around the ring, and speared Roman Reigns through the barricade, dragged Roman Reigns back to the ring as Seth Rollins hit the stomp on CM Punk, hit the stomp on Roman Reigns, and Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins, and Paul Heyman were left to stand tall to close out this week's episode of Monday Night Raw. And that was the 2025 WWE Raw Recap episode 15, which was live from Las Vegas, Nevada, as we was reminded many times throughout the evening. What was your favorite moment of Monday Night Raw? Let me know down in the comment section below. You want to say hi? You want to talk about wrestling? Just post a comment down in the comment section below, and I read and reply to every positive message I see. Don't forget to like the video, share the video all over social media, and you made it all the way to the end of this video. Go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of all my future videos. And if you want to see some more of me, Nikki D, then go check out another one of my videos, because I got hours of content that'll keep you entertained well into the evening. With that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. I'm Nikki D. This is the Nikki D channel, and I will see all y'all beautiful people next time. Bye, y'all.